It's a baby update video. So this is baby Bunny, who's not so much a baby anymore, but she's 2 years old. So I wanted to show you guys some of the things that she's working on, and then we'll take a bigger look at Secret, who's also growing up. So Benny has just started coming in again for some basic kind of handling stuff. She really hasn't done a whole lot since I kind of did her basic training in the beginning. She comes in for food and then gets kind of farrier trims and stuff like that, but hasn't really been doing a whole lot. And this is Sarah, and she is a co-op student, so a working student that's being at the farm is going to be helping me with the horses a fair bit. And so one of her projects for her co-op placement is to do some ground handling with Bunny. So they got started with just some basic leading and some basics. You can see Bunny was kind of not wanting to go forward and just kind of stressing a little bit. See her little stressy baby face. So she's just working on getting relaxation and some basic leading stuff happening. So it'll be fun to see what they work on. And then this is Miss Secret, who is not a baby anymore, but she is actually pregnant with her first baby. So she is going to be due later this summer, not until July. And so this is me letting her off to do some Liberty. This is our first time playing together since I got back. Since last year, really. I went away to Florida and just haven't had time for her. So she's been coming in for just kind of basic care and stuff like that, but this is my first time working her since last year. So I thought, well, let's do some Liberty. She's always been good at Liberty and kind of enjoyed that. So you guys get to see her little prego belly, and she's got a little bit of a pregnant waddle going on, and she looks kind of funny and two-toned right now just because of wearing a blanket. My horses, it's still kind of cold outside. We're only just kind of getting into warmer temperatures that they've got their blankets off during the day. So I thought, well, let's play with some Liberty. We'll let her move a little bit. I'm debating whether or not I should cut her mane. I've never cut her mane before, so I was thinking I should just leave it long. You guys can let me know what you think. And she's got that cute little belly. So who she's pregnant with is, I actually sent her to Florida this past summer to get bred by a gorgeous thoroughbred stallion that's got a lot of performance pedigree. He's multiple registrations with like American Warm Blood and Thoroughbred and a whole bunch of other stuff for breeding stud books. Plus, he has confirmation that I think will help Secret with her baby, and he is a homozygous pinto, a black and white pinto. So we should get a pretty cool looking baby. I'm really hoping for something that's conformationally really nice, but also attractive, and will be registered as a thoroughbred for the Jockey Club. So I'm pretty excited for that. And this is just a little bit of our Liberty stuff. Some of the reasons why I decided to breed her were that she's a stunning mover. You guys get to see her move a little bit here. And she's really a wonderful thoroughbred in terms of her brain, how smart she is, her temperament, her conformation, her movement. I'm not sending her over any jumps in this video, but you can look back and see she's got really cute form over fences, very, very willing. Been a pretty easy horse to train. So lots of qualities that I like in her, and then so I'm hoping that we can get a cute little baby. So we'll see what happens. And so I'll show you guys a little bit more of her Liberty stuff. So keep in mind that she hasn't done anything all winter in terms of training wise, and then literally just take off the halter and out we come, doing some little circly things. And then she does leave me. They had another horse that went through the door. Some people were going in and out, and she got distracted, and she does end up running away and kind of leaving me. So she kind of sort of comes over, but you can see her she kind of looks off towards the door. Just too much excitement going on. So she has a little run around and ends up coming back to me pretty quickly here. You'll see in a minute. But you get to see her gorgeous little trot going around as she moves off. So I'll have to keep you guys posted with hopefully good news baby updates as we go along the way. She was bred in Florida. She stayed in Florida for like another month or so after to make sure it would be a good time to trailer her back to Canada. And then she came back to Canada. We ultrasounded her and she was still in full. She's looking good now. Look at that belly, that little waddle going on. So hopefully everything goes well with that. So here doing a little bit of the Liberty stuff. If your horse leaves you at Liberty, it's a good idea that when they come back, that you go back to the task that you were trying before. You just try to slow it down and just try not to overwhelm the horse, because you don't want to forget what you were trying to teach them. You want to continue with trying to help them understand what you want. So here I'm asking for a little bit of trot, but I just get a little bit of a draw, and then I bring her in towards me and I'm going to reward her. So I just think little bits. So perhaps I asked for too much before, or just kind of a combination of being distracted by the door opening and shutting. Here doing a little bit of some pivoting and going on to something else. So I'm not going to dwell on the thing that she found hard or difficult, but I did want to make sure that we finished with still getting some of those circles and that trot. So here, just getting her to kind of reconnect and to focus a little bit, and then I'll do a little bit of sideways stuff. So I was really just kind of testing out to see what she remembered, and she did really, really well with remembering a lot of the cues. It's kind of nice that you can kind of leave her for several months and then come back and she's still trying really hard and paying attention and trying to figure out what it is I'm asking her to do. So here I was asking her to go sideways the other way a little bit, which she got a little bit more confused as soon as she gave me the one little step of moving over there. Just give her a little reward, and then I'll bring her back and I'll do sideways the other way. So this was all about just kind of building her confidence up again, just getting her to respond to the different cues. And I don't really have an agenda of anything I'm trying to teach Secret at this point in time. I mean, she's pregnant. I just want her to stay comfortable and healthy and happy, and while she's caring for her little baby in there. So really I'm just playing with her just for the sake of engaging her mind, just making sure she stays being able to be handled, and that we keep a bond, so that way it'll just make things a lot nicer for her when she does go to have the baby, to make sure that she understands that she can trust me and that we have that connection. So I want to make sure that she's really comfortable. And you can see she is really comfortable with me going around her, doing different things here, rubbing on all sides, sticking with me. She's doing really, really well. And then this is a neat look at me asking her to lay down. So I'm doing the belly tap method, which is tapping their belly to cue them to lower their head. And then once I kind of reward her for that, I'm kind of walking in a small circle, because often horses will walk in a small circle before they lay down. So I kind of use that as a way to kind of cue for her. I'm kind of pointing at the ground, looking at the ground, and cueing her to lower her head at the same time. So trying to show her that I'm looking for that lay down. And she has laid down on cue in the past. It's just been a long time. So we're just kind of going slow, and hopefully she'll remember what she's supposed to do, and not just remember, but that she'll be comfortable enough to do it, considering we haven't done anything for so long. So here I'm just tapping at the ground a little bit and asking for her to try harder with the down cue to see if she can think about down. And then there you can see she starts to sniff the dirt and think about it. So I just stay in my same posture. Here's a big tip for you guys, that if you're teaching your horse to lay down or do something, sometimes if you change your body posture while your horse is doing something, you'll interrupt their thoughts. So I literally just kind of freeze in my same position, and then I come over and I give her the cookies once she's down. So that way I don't cause her to rush or think that she shouldn't lay down or something like that. I just kind of stay in my posture, allow her to go down, and then come over and give her lots of cookies. And usually they'll lay down and they'll roll, but I like to try to interrupt them before they roll to see if I can give the cookies before they roll, so that way they know that the cookies are just for going down and not associated with rolling. And that just makes it easier. So if they're going to lay down for you to get on, they don't get so dirty and all sorts of other things with that. So then just asking her to get up and rewarding her for that. So that was my first time playing with my girl Secret after having several months off. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching.